Hello everyone, I'm Dalton Burdett.
I'm Ryan Warner.
And we are the Movie Nights. Well, some of them. If you're here, you want to listen to our uncensored, unfiltered thoughts and opinions about the world of movies. I almost fucked up the intro.
I was just about to say.
I was like, almost, stumbled upon the word. English is hard.
You got some Parkinson's of the mouth?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Anywhoozle, before we jump into everything that we're going to talk about today, which is actually not a whole lot, but we do have some very exciting news to share with everyone. For those of you who don't follow me on social media, because we haven't posted it on the Movie Nights social media yet. But Mr. Warner, the Movie Nights have just found out something pretty rad, haven't we?
What was it?
Don't play dumb.
Yeah, no, we have very exciting news. I mean, you have more of a stake in this, so why don't you go ahead and give the good news? And by stake, I mean it's more so your baby than mine.
You know, I offered him to.
I know.
News.
All right. You know what? Fuck
just...
you. I'll do it then.
Okay.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
All right. Long Hard Day.
No,
I'm just kidding. No More Safe Haven, which is a film we did in 2017?
Yeah, late 2017.
Late 2017. You know, we put it out into the film festival circuit, had some decent success, some success we weren't even expecting.
Yeah, a lot of unsuccess, too.
Yeah. That's besides the point. You live and you learn. Well, we are going to be screening No More Safe Haven in LA at a theater that you can buy tickets to.
It's going to be part of the box office, y'all. It's going to screen on a big-ass movie screen for a week.
In LA. So that is very exciting for us, the whole Movie Nights team and everyone who's a part of it and helped contribute to it.
And those of you who are new to the channel, if you scroll down a little bit, you can find it.
And it's actually our most popular video on YouTube.
It is, and it's also on Amazon Prime, and I prefer you watch it there because I like getting sent 75 cents a month from Amazon. so
technically, you're still making money off of it.
A little bit.
A little bit.
So just go ahead and do that if you don't mind. But
yeah,
whatever. We're just very thrilled for this opportunity. We want to go ahead and thank Forwald, which was the company that sort of reached out to us and made everything possible. And also, just while we're on to the topic of thanking people, thank you to the Podcast City Network for hosting us. We're very grateful to you guys. And, just really excited about that. And please give No More Safe Haven a watch. And as soon as information becomes available on how to buy tickets, we will obviously let you guys know. And we're going to try and hopefully get as many people to go out and buy as much tickets as possible. Because the more money we make, the more awesome the show can become.
Yeah, not only the show, but like future short films. Because we have a lot of ideas right now on the table. Just we're waiting for the right time to really do all this stuff, but we're just very, very thankful for this opportunity, and anyone who can support us in any way, we're very thankful for that as well.
Yes, and thank you to everyone who worked on the film as well. All 10 of us, 10 people.
Yeah,
worked on the small little film. It's going to be on a theater. It's amazing.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
But something else that I wanted to talk about, kind of an update. Part of the movie of the week, starting this week, moving forward. At the end of the movie, we're going to give our own grade on it. I mean, I haven't been a part of it lately because just scheduling and the way
honestly,
we film
it. The reason you'll see only him in certain videos and only me in certain videos has nothing to do with that being a choice. It's just literally scheduling. And it just happens to be consistent with the videos that we shoot on those days.
Yeah, it just happens to work that way. But at this point, moving forward, movie of the week, we're going to give our own grade for the movie. And we kind of grade movies differently. Why don't you go ahead and explain your grading system first?
My grading system is I like to give movies literal grades, on a plus or minus scale for those of you who it really matters to. But just because to me, giving a movie a number or stars, it doesn't really justify how you feel about it. Because a lot of the times, like, very rarely is there like a perfect film, but like I'll give a film an A+, but then they'll hear me say some things I had wrong with it, and it's like, but you gave her an A+. I'm like, well, bitch, a 97 out of 100 is still an A+. So that's just the way I like to do it, is by giving them grades. And Ryan, how do you like to do it?
Yeah, so I like to give stars, which is funny that you just kind of shit on it.
Just shit on it, yeah.
But I like to give stars, and my grading system is based off something, so I just want to preface that we are not sponsored at all by this. This is just something that
this is just something we enjoy.
We thoroughly enjoy and thoroughly love here at Movie Nights. It's an app. It's a free app called Letterboxd, and it's basically like a social media for movie lovers. It's free to download, free to sign up, and you just add movies to your account. You rate them, review them, and their rating system that they have on their app is the one that I use. So it goes from half a star to a full star to 1.5 stars all the way to 5. And that's just how I rate my movies. I don't compare two movies. So like if two movies get 3.5 stars, Hellboy and Con Air, those aren't the same rating because each movie is different. There's no two movies that are the same. So, I mean, I just kind of rate movies off that and review them on the app as well. Like I said, we're not sponsored by them at all. It's just something that I thoroughly love, and I tell everyone about it. I got Dalton and Nick to download it, and we have a lot of fun. We talk about it and stuff like that.
It is a lot of fun. And it's a good way to keep track of just how many movies you've seen in your lifetime.
Yeah, because it puts a number to it. But that's enough for the updates, I think, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's get right into it.
No, one more update.
Oh, okay.
There's a movie coming out in July called Stuber.
Oh, yes.
Well, guess what? We got passes to see that bitch like 2.5 months early. We're going to see it this Thursday, and next week you're going to get our review, the Movie Nights review for Stuber, starring Camille Nanjiani and Dave Bautista, which is a really hilarious-looking comedy. I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of fun. I'm very, very excited, looking forward to it. So it'll be a good time. Seeing early screenings makes me feel like I'm...
Every so often we get one, and this is the earliest one we've gotten, so I'm really, really excited to see this.
Yeah. They're a lot of fun to go to. The first one I went to was Detroit.
That's right, we did go to Detroit. Holy
that was the first one I went to.
That was a while ago.
Yeah.
And then we did that, and we did...
And then you and Nick did Mission Impossible.
And then we did Alita.
Yeah, we did. And then now this...
Super, there might be one in there that I'm forgetting about, but those are the ones that I remember doing.
Yeah, I've only been to 2 so far.
Yeah.
But let's get right into it then.
And also, I'd love to point out that Ryan is currently kicking the table, which causes the microphone to shake. So if the audio sounds a little, rickety-rackety, that's who you have to thank right there.
I'm not shaking the table. My foot's on it.
I know, but when you move your foot...
Fair. All right, I'll take it off.
You see this? Come on, dude.
It's the Force, man. It's the Force. Speaking of the Force...
we'll get to that. No, we're not doing that.
That was a segue, man. That was a segue.
It was good, but we'll get there. We're not doing that first.
I set it up.
I know, dude. I know.
All right. Well, what do we have?
First order of business. You loved Shazam.
Near perfect movie, in my opinion.
I like Shazam also. Well, according to The Wrap, which is a pretty reputable source, the writer, Henry Gayden, will return to write the sequel.
Yes.
This is an exclusive from The Wrap. The report also goes on to say that David F. Sandberg is expected to come back, but no talks or anything is official for that to happen. But it's just the studio is expecting for him to come back. But are you excited that the writer's going to come back on? And what do you think this could mean for a Shazam franchise in the future?
I think this is awesome news. Because in the movie, they don't directly say it, but it's kind of implied that the first Shazam was Black Adam. Mm-hmm. And with the writer coming back, I mean, I didn't have any problems with the script. Like I said, the only problems I really had were visual effects, and if that's your biggest problem, then it's a perfect movie in my opinion. But
I had some more problems with it, but this is Ryan's moment.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Thanks.
You're welcome.
So I'm glad that he's coming back, and if they can get David F. Sandberg back, then, them too. I think that they'll knock it out of the park again. And I saw in the credits that Dwayne Johnson was an EP on this, so it means that he's involved somehow. So hopefully that still means... Well, I'm
sure when he signed on to play Black Adam back in 2012 that he got some
credit for it, for the character at least. So I'm hoping that with him being involved, and I think he actually put something out.
He did
last week, like a video, thank you for So I think they start shooting it next summer.
Who knows, really?
I mean, we're so far out from it.
He said that, hey, it should start shooting this time, but they've said that since 2012, so
and they're always about to shoot The Flash. But, I mean, it's just, I think if they can get the core team back, then they'll knock it out of the park even further,
I hope so, because they did a good job. And, it's it's never a mistake to bring back the people that made it work.
Yeah.
So
if something's working, bring them back. I mean, that's what Kevin Feige and Marvel's doing right now, Yep. They just got a machine going over there, so hopefully DC can join them as well, and we'll have 2 powerhouses at the box office.
Yeah, no, I agree. We're going to go ahead and move on to our next story.
Box office?
We'll get to that. I realize I missed that.
I keep segueing it for you, man.
I know. But we'll get there, because there's not many stories.
Yeah, of course.
This one is an exclusive from Deadline.
Okay.
Or it might be an exclusive. It came from Deadline.
Okay.
Netflix is in talks to acquire the historic Hollywood Egyptian Theater from American Cinematheque, who currently owns it. And I just find it hilarious because we were just talking recently on the show about how the whole Spielberg thing and Netflix and the DOJ and all this shit going on. When Netflix is just like, fuck it, let's buy a theater and just put our shit in there.
Yeah.
And I think if that happens, that would be amazing. What are your just whole thoughts on this hilarious, like, what seems to be the most likely outcome to this scenario?
I don't know if it was that article or another article that I read, but that theater has an auditorium named after Steven Spielberg.
I read that too. That is hilarious.
So I hope that's just Netflix, like a big middle finger.
I think it's just coincidence, but it's funny.
It's hilarious.
Funny.
But no, on a more serious note, I'm glad that, with all this controversy that's around this whole Oscar thing and Netflix and streaming services and how their movies are eligible, I'm glad to see that Netflix is really getting on the market, and they're like, all right, whatever, we'll play your game. We'll play your game. We'll buy some theaters and have our own theaters and play in LA and New York. Or
the funny thing is Netflix puts out so much content, like they're in debt. Now they're like one of the highest things on the stock market. I don't know how numbers work, but I know they're worth a lot.
But they have a lot of debt.
They're in a lot of debt, and now they're purchasing theaters, and I'm just like, all right. I mean, I guess do what you're doing because it's working.
Yeah.
But that's a whole thing. I mean, and they just announced Disney Plus for $6.99 a month, starting in November, and the Disney stock went up by 10% or something like that. Yeah. So, I mean, obviously people are going to stick with Netflix,
of course.
But I think you're going to start over time, not immediately, but over time you're going to start seeing this happening with both of them. But I mean, hey, if this is what Netflix wants to do and it's going to help abide by the Oscar rules, then all the power to them, honestly.
And I think it's going to help them with monetary reasons. Like I think them selling tickets will help bring in some money towards Netflix, which I'm all about. I'm all about the theater experience.
That's true. They'd keep that money, if they own it. That's true.
They own it. It's all theirs. So
that's very true.
Curious to see how they're going to manage it, though.
Yeah. Very interesting.
Wear some old Usher clothes that have the big N on it for Netflix or whatever.
Every time you open a door, it's like boom, like that.
Oh my god, how awesome would that be?
That would be awesome.
They'd have some rad elevator music.
We're gonna get copyrighted now because I made that noise.
Right, Jesus.
All right, last story before we get into other news.
Yeah.
Space Jam 2 is happening with LeBron James. This comes from the Hollywood Reporter, but we knew that.
Yeah.
But the title of the article is Why Warner Brothers Hasn't Found LeBron James' Space Jam Team Yet. And it's pretty ironic because it goes through talking about how a bunch of the NBA players have contracts with different shoe lines, and the movie has been contracted with, I believe it's Nike. And other players' contracts prevent them from being in something that's being sponsored by Nike.
Of course.
So they literally can't find NBA players to be in the movie with LeBron because they're contractually obliged not to do so.
Yeah.
And it's this hilarious situation, but Hollywood Reporter loves doing this, where they put a headline, but at the bottom there's just a random sentence that should have been the headline. You're like, wait, did you just try to sneak that in there? Guess who's doing a complete rewrite of the movie?
Who?
Ryan Coogler is doing a complete rewrite of Space Jam. For those of you who don't know, Ryan Coogler wrote and directed Creed, and he also directed Black Panther and Fruitvale Station, which I haven't seen, but I've heard it's a great film. But he's a fantastic filmmaker. And I am very curious now that that's going to happen. But, I think the whole situation's kind of funny and just puts another dent in the whole idea of this movie even happening. What are your thoughts on the whole Space Jam scenario and your thoughts on Ryan Coogler taking a crack at the script?
This movie's been trying to be made forever. I remember when LeBron James first announced it and everyone was excited and the hype kind of went away. With Ryan Coogler making changes to the scripts and I have full faith in it that he's going to come in and just blow the script out of the water.
I hope so.
If it ever gets made, that's a different story. Or if it's just going to sit on the back burner. Because I don't know what the statistics of it are, but I feel like most NBA players are signed with Adidas and or smaller shoe lines. I don't think Nike is the dominant shoe. I mean, apparently it's not if they can't find the athletes that they want. Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm curious to see who they want to get in the movie, though. Yeah. That's really where my curiosity
and also, I want Nick to get in on this because he's huge into advertising, and Anthony as well because Anthony loves marketing. So we might have to ask them about this and try to get them on the show soon.
Yeah.
We're trying to get a lot more of the movie nights to come on the show because they exist. We're just trying to, get them. Yeah, okay.
It's just us. Well, and Nick. I guess he showed up in a video.
He did. Nick
he showed up in yesterday's video.
Yeah, and he did a great job.
Yeah.
Now we're going to do the box office because I forgot to do it first.
It happens, man. We're not all perfect.
No, nobody is. Anyways.
Shout out to Hannah Montana.
Oh my god, that took me a minute.
Man, you got to be quicker than that if you're gonna be here with me. Take it away, Dalton.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the. All right, quick story. For one of the episodes back when we were just audio, Nick and Ryan were just roasting me right before I clicked play, and then right when I clicked play, I just had my head on my hand, and I was like, hello everyone and welcome to another episode, and I did the voice, but clearly my body language didn't match, and they just lost their minds right at the beginning. And you can find, I don't know which episode it is, but whatever episodes that start with me doing that and then them just laughing, that's the episode.
We're laughing at his body language, and it was so funny.
Alright, anyway, box office.
Yes.
Alright, I'll give you, okay, there were 4 movies.
Hellboy.
4 movies that opened.
Hellboy.
There were 4 movies that opened. Do you want me to tell you what the movies were, or do you just want to guess the top 5?
Yeah, just go ahead and tell me the movies, and then I'll guess the top 5.
Hellboy, Missing Link, Little.
Oh, that's right, Missing Link.
Little, and After. I don't even know what After is, but I remember previews for Little.
Yeah, the only reason I know After is because of Joanna.
Oh,
She's been following that project for a long time.
Gotcha. But, I think I heard you guys talking about it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, she's actually seeing it tonight, funny enough.
Cool.
But that's not why we're here. So top 5. I'm gonna guess Shazam still is in first place because I don't think Hellboy or Missing Link had a big enough opening weekend to trump that.
Okay.
So I'm gonna stick with Shazam at number 1.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Missing Link at number 2.
Okay.
What were the other ones that opened up? It was Hellboy, Missing Link,
Little,
After, and
After.
Little. So, Little at number 3.
Okay.
I'll say Hellboy at 4.
Okay.
And then Dumbo at 5.
All right. Well, you got 2 of them right. Shazam in 1 and Dumbo's in 5.
Okay.
Number 2 was Little.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Number 3 was Hellboy. Number 4 was Pet Sematary.
Wow.
Pet Sematary took a 60% drop, though.
Oof. How much?
Made $9 million. Dumbo came in with another 9. Shazam made another 24. It only dropped 54% from the first weekend, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
Little opened to 15 on a $20 million budget. So they're chilling, man.
Yeah.
They're fine.
What was Missing Link at?
9.
Really? Because I know that was getting great reviews. At least everything I was
reading.
reading.
Opened to $5 million. The budget's not listed, but it's expensive because it's claymation.
Yeah.
But Laika always struggled, man. Kubo struggled.
Yeah.
I'm really worried that studio is going to shut down, but it's such a fantastic movie studio. Which we still have to see Missing Link, but
yeah.
Kubo is a great film. If those of you who've never seen Kubo and the Two Strings.
Yeah.
Hellboy was made for $50 million. How much money did it make its opening weekend? Tell me. I want you to tell me.
Oh, that I can tell you because I was following that so closely. $12,015,000.
$12,045,000, but close enough.
Damn.
But yeah, $12 million. And I don't think it's gonna have a good drop.
Not
next week.
at all. And that is, I live for it, man.
All
I mean, it sucks that it's not gonna make its money back.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's kind of inside jokes, but I think that movie was fantastic compared to...
Let's move into our Hellboy review, shall we? Jesus Christ. Go ahead. Just fucking go.
Boy, where do I start with this masterpiece? Okay, I didn't think the movie was that bad. It's not perfect. It definitely has its problems, and it's very obvious what its problems are. But I thought it was just fun. Like, it's just a fun movie. and it's definitely it doesn't compare to the Guillermo del Toro and Ron Perlman ones at all. And they weren't going for that, which I was kind of happy about. They took a different tone, I felt like, but it was just fun. The action was okay. It didn't blow me. It didn't blow my socks off. The last scene was probably the best scene in the whole movie for reasons unknown. No, I just thought it was a fun movie. It had different elements that I really wasn't expecting, but as soon as it happened, I was like, oh, all right, this is something I could support. And if you know anything about me, then, and if you've seen the movie, then you know what I'm talking about. But I don't want to get into it because it did just come out, so if you guys want to see it, I won't spoil it. Dalton.
Them and what army?
Huh?
Them and what army going to see this movie?
Right, so you look like you have some stuff you want to say. Go ahead and let it out, man. Let it out.
Film is subjective.
He's gonna give it an A+. I can already tell you. By the way, I gave this movie 3.5 stars.
Film is subjective. This movie fucking sucks. I would rather crawl through glass than watch this movie again. The reason why Ryan likes the last scene is because it plays a Motley Crue fucking song.
And before, when we were going to the movies, we were talking about 80s music, and I was like, well, if you've seen The Dirt, then you just know Motley Crue's the greatest band of all time. And it's something I've been saying ever since I watched The Dirt like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Because he's a douchebag.
But, no, it's just funny that Motley Crue came on in the last scene, and I was like, "Yep, like, this movie the
soundtrack was all over the place, like for no reason. Like "Psycho" by Muse showed up, and I was like, "All right, this is a great song, but what the fuck is it doing?"
Oh, it had great music, but it had no reason.
Fit.
Not at all.
And here's the thing: this movie was very poorly constructed, horrifically horrible editing and action sequences. Awful acting except for David Harbour. David Harbour did really well. The movie got a D- from me because of David Harbour. Saved it from an F. A lot of the visual effects sucked. Some of the practical makeup was okay. Positives.
You said David Harbour.
Yeah, in the makeup. Ian
McShane.
No, I hated him.
Really?
Yeah, he sucked in the movie.
Fair. Film subjective, but even if your opinion's wrong.
That's all I liked was David Harbour in the makeup.
Yeah.
I hated so much in this movie. Like I said, oh my god, the script. Nothing happens. Like there is an attempt at build-up to something that never happens.
Yeah, there's a lot of build-up.
But even then, the build-up was done poorly. It's not like the build-up was cool.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a blubbering mess. And literally things contradict themselves back to back. You can tell it was a movie that was heavily rewritten. Or heavily edited, both. All of the above, everything. I imagine that everything that could go wrong in this movie went wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that this movie didn't have a smooth production. Just because that would be really unfortunate if everything went great and the movie turned out this shitty. It sucks. In my opinion, it sucks. And I did not have a good time.
Hellboy 2, The Ruby Army. I can see it now. I don't know. I was trying to think of another word for golden. Like, not golden, but like another element or whatever. Anyways, no, but another negative I will say is that they had to travel a lot. Whenever they had to travel, they didn't explain it. They just knocked Hellboy out and he woke up there.
Yeah.
Like there was no like, hey, we have to go here to accomplish this. Like it didn't even spoon feed you.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like he's getting knocked out and we're gonna end up over there. Not gonna tell you.
A lot of expository dialogue.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff that didn't make any sense, script wise, narrative wise, dialogue wise. Yeah. It just. I did not enjoy myself. I mean, I always love going to the theater. I didn't enjoy the movie. I hate whenever someone takes me to the movies, like a family friend, or like going with like my girlfriend's family or something, and we go to the movies because they ask me what I thought about it. And if I hate the movie, I'll tell them I hate the movie, and they automatically assume that means that I didn't have a good time on the trip. Not the case. I love going to the movie theater. Very rarely will I have a bad time. I just like talking about movies, and if I hate the movie, I happen to hate the movie. I don't know why I felt like bringing that up.
Yeah. No, I mean, it makes sense because, I mean, people automatically think that that's you having a bad time.
Yeah.
And it's not. I mean, it's just you didn't enjoy what you watched. Mm-hmm. But the reason why I even enjoy movies like that is because we don't know the problems that they had, and they did a much better job than you or I could do on it.
No.
I have so much respect, even for bad movies.
I literally texted Hannah. I can bring up the text on my phone and said, when she asked me about Hellboy, I literally texted her, I never say this about any movie I dislike, but I walked out of the theater genuinely thinking that I could have made a better film.
Wow.
That's how much I disliked this movie.
Yeah.
And it got a D-. If I ever gave a movie an F, just, oh my god. I have not given out an F since 2016.
What was that?
Or 17.
Suicide Squad?
No. It was 16 or 17. It was the Purge election year.
Okay.
God, that movie sucked. Oh, I don't even get me started on that movie. But yeah. All right, let's move on to our final thing, which I'm very excited to talk about. A little thing called Star Wars Celebrations going on. And they dropped a teaser trailer for Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. And holy shit, dude.
Roll it again.
Roll it again and do it. It looks awesome. The movie looks fucking awesome. It was a great trailer.
Yeah.
Great trailer. Kind of gave everything that you needed to see in it. And obviously, within the trailer, you find out that Emperor Palpatine is returning in some fashion. But obviously, a lot of speculation led to what's going on. And I have a theory. And it's a theory that's gained a lot of traction. Obviously, not like me, but a lot of people have been sharing this theory. And I promise that I came up with it, saw it, and that's all that many people were looking at it. I didn't. If I take the theory, I always credit where I took it. I did not take this theory. This is just what I came up with. Are you ready for my theory, Ryan?
Shoot, man.
A lot of people are thinking that the Rise of Skywalker could mean many things. Some people think it could be talking about Kylo, maybe a redemption arc, which I hope they don't. Luke coming back to life. Somehow Anakin Skywalker returning. There's a bunch of stuff going on. Here's what I think it is. The last movie, The Last Jedi, that title, I think, actually means something. I think that The Last Jedi literally means just that. That there's not going to be Jedi anymore. The Sith are already gone. I think that there's going to, by the end of the movie, there's going to be a term for all Force users. They're going to realize that the mistake of their ways was separating them into light and dark side, and that you need to learn how to control the light and dark side of you into one being and be a Force user. And I think that they're going to call the new generation of Force users Skywalkers as like a thank you to Luke and, every Skywalker basically. And part of the reason I think that is because I think that narratively it's sort of going in that direction. And also I think when you look back at the old original drafts that George Lucas wrote for Star Wars, guess what the original Force users were called, Ryan?
The Jedi?
No. They were called Skywalkers. But and the new trilogy has loved referencing, or actually the new movies have loved referencing George Lucas's original ideas, like Starkiller Base. Luke's original name was Luke Starkiller. And in Rogue One, the Donnie Yen's character said he was a guardian of the Wills, and that was also another early name for the Jedi early on. So they like doing that. Not only does that pay tremendous respect to George Lucas, but it also is kind of like a bow on what they're calling the Skywalker saga, of how the Skywalker goes from being a name to a legend to a whole generation of Force users. Now, I could be completely fucking wrong about this.
Yeah.
This is just a theory that I have and that I'm subscribing to, that I think that's what's going to happen. What are your thoughts?
Anakin shows up, and he hates the sand even more the second time around. No, I mean,
oh my God.
I'm not a big fan of speculation, at
Yeah.
least this far out, because we just got the first look, the first trailer. It doesn't come out till Christmas. So, I mean, I'm not a big fan of myself coming up with speculations, but I do like reading about it and hearing about it, and I know we've had several discussions about it since it came out. But speaking strictly on the trailer, oh my fucking God, did that look good.
Yeah.
Seeing Rey flip over the TIE Fighter gave me instant chills. But after The Last Jedi, it split the Star Wars fandom into two.
Yeah.
You either loved it or you hated it. And Star Wars fandom became very toxic, which I'm not a fan of.
It was always kind of toxic, but that fueled the fire.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of it. I mean, just enjoy the movie. I personally
or
didn't.
Don't.
Yeah, and definitely don't attack anyone about the movie.
No.
Love the movie or hate the movie based on the movie. I didn't like the movie personally. I thought it was good for what it was, but not in the saga. I don't like it in that saga. But I think after watching this trailer and hopefully this movie just kind of brings everyone back together and kind of like stitches the pieces back together.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not going to be perfect, sure. I mean, there's still going to be people who don't like it, and that's fine. But I just really hope that this is something that everyone's like, all right, we kind of freaked out a little bit over The Last Jedi.
Yeah. Like you hope that it just divides I'm not divide Jesus, brings back things together, yeah.
And that's what I want, because I'm not a big fan of like toxicity.
Yeah,
people just need to love it or hate it based on the movie alone.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. And yeah, that's all the time we got, dude. We did it. That was quick. That felt quick.
Gnarly. No.
You like to add the unnecessary.
Gnarly, knights, stuff like that. It's fun.
Mm-hmm. Well, on that note, we're gonna go ahead and sign off. If you're listening to us on SoundCloud and iTunes and Google, we thank you, but we also encourage you to subscribe to the Movie Nights YouTube channel and watch the podcast and other content that you're going to get every single weekday. Please watch No More Safe Haven if you haven't yet. And to all of the listeners on YouTube, thank you and keep watching. And we ask that you please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Facebook at Movie Nights and Instagram and Twitter at Nights_movie. Anything else you got to add?
Thank you. Good night. We'll be here all week. No, but it's a lot of fun putting out daily content Monday through Friday. So definitely, guys, check that out. We definitely have a lot of fun going through the process of pre-planning it, filming it, and it's a lot of fun for ourselves watching what we did, and it's even better seeing that you guys watch it as well and getting any feedback that we can get. Like we absolutely love that. So if you could just like let us know, whether it's in the comments of the videos or tweeting at us or Facebook or whatever, just let us know how we're doing, what we can improve on, because we're taking this day by day like you guys. Before we go, we should announce the next movie of the week. Take it away. The next movie of the week is going to be Brian De Palma's The Untouchables, and I don't know if it's streaming anywhere. I know usually we try to help, but I love this movie so much and I really, really just want to watch it. And basically, sorry if it's nowhere streaming, but hopefully if you haven't watched it and you watch our video, it inspires you to go seek it out because it's a great film. So The Untouchables is going to be the next movie of the week. And thank you guys so much for watching, and we hope to see you soon.